Between the bustling streets of New York City and the quiet academic halls of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, there is a distance of approximately 370 miles. It is a 6-hour drive, a journey that Suri Cruise makes frequently as she navigates her new life as a college student at Carnegie Mellon University. But there is another distance in Suri Cruise's life that cannot be measured in miles, and it is far more difficult to traverse. It is the distance between a 19-year-old daughter and her father, Tom Cruise. While Suri Cruise builds a future defined by education and independence, Tom Cruise remains a global figure, filming stunts across continents, yet reportedly remaining completely absent from his daughter's most significant milestones. Reports indicate that Tom Cruise has not been a physical presence in Suri's life since 2013. That is over a decade of silence. As Suri transitions from a sheltered New York teenager into a young woman in Pittsburgh, the narrative is no longer about a child caught in a divorce. It is about a woman who has learned to thrive in the vacuum her father left behind. Today, we examine the reality of Suri Cruise's new chapter. We look at the tireless dedication of Holmes, who orchestrated this normalcy, and the stark reality of Tom Cruise's estrangement. This is not just a story about a celebrity kid going to college. It is a story about the resilience of a mother-daughter bond that filled the empty space left by one of the most famous men in the world. Welcome back. This is an in-depth look at Suri Cruise's life, the geography of her independence, and the complicated legacy of Tom Cruise. To understand the significance of Suri Cruise moving to Pittsburgh in 2024, one must first understand the protective cocoon from which she emerged. For nearly 12 years, Holmes has executed a masterclass in parenting under pressure. Following her high-profile divorce from Tom Cruise in 2012, Holmes made a decisive choice to raise Suri in New York City. It was a strategic move. New York offered anonymity amidst the chaos, a place where Suri Cruise could attend school, make friends, and walk the streets without the constant shadow of Scientology or Hollywood politics. Now, at 19, Suri Cruise has traded the skyline of Manhattan for the campus of Carnegie Mellon University. This choice of university speaks volumes about Suri's character. Carnegie Mellon is a prestigious institution known for its rigor. It suggests that Suri Cruise is not interested in leveraging the Cruz name for easy fame. She is interested in substance. She is interested in art, in design, in intellect. However, the transition to Pittsburgh highlights the glaring absence of Tom Cruise. When freshmen move into their dorms, it is traditionally a family affair. We saw images of Holmes physically moving furniture, carrying bags, and sharing emotional moments with her daughter on the campus grounds. Holmes told Town & Country magazine, "I'm proud of my daughter. Of course, I'll miss the closeness, but I'm very proud of her, and I'm happy." Her words reflect a mother who has done the work. But where was Tom Cruise? During this pivotal week in Suri Cruise's life, reports placed Tom Cruise in London, continuing his filming schedule. The juxtaposition is jarring. Holmes is lifting boxes in Pennsylvania, Tom Cruise is flying helicopters in Europe. It reinforces the narrative that has persisted for a decade. Tom Cruise provides the financial support mandated by the divorce settlement, covering tuition and costs, but Holmes provides the parenting. The complicated distance mentioned in reports is often attributed to Tom Cruise's deep involvement with the Church of Scientology. Since Holmes is considered an SP, or suppressive person, by the church, and Suri Cruise has been raised outside of the faith, the estrangement appears to be ideological as much as it is physical. Tom Cruise has consistently stated in older interviews that he offers his children endless love, but the visual evidence of the last 10 years contradicts this sentiment regarding Suri. Endless love usually requires presence, and in Suri's life, Tom Cruise has been a ghost. Despite the move to Pittsburgh, New York City remains the anchor of Suri's existence. Over the past year, Suri has been photographed frequently returning to Manhattan. This is her territory. Before Carnegie Mellon, Suri attended the famed LaGuardia High School of Music and Performing Arts, the same institution that shaped talents like Timothy Chalamet. New York is where Suri Cruise developed her identity. When Suri returns to the city, she reportedly stays at the Chelsea apartment where she grew up with Katie Holmes. This apartment is more than just real estate. It is the sanctuary where Katie Holmes rebuilt their lives. The bond between Katie Holmes and Suri Cruise is described by insiders as uniquely tight. In an interview with LUK, Katie Holmes reflected on becoming a mother in her 20s, stating, "It's been nice that our ages fit. We kind of grew up together." This statement, "we grew up together," offers profound insight into their dynamic. Following the split from Tom Cruise, Katie Holmes was not just raising a child, she was reclaiming her own autonomy. Suri Cruise was her partner in that journey. They navigated the paparazzi, the public scrutiny, and the quiet moments of domestic life as a team of two. This shared history has created a loyalty that Tom Cruise, from his distant vantage point, cannot penetrate. There have been recent indicators that Suri Cruise is solidifying her separation from her father's identity. Observers noticed that in the playbill for a school production, she was listed not as Suri Cruise, but as Suri Noel, adopting her mother's middle name. While not a legal name change like her sibling Shiloh Jolie Pitt, it is a symbolic gesture. It suggests that Suri Cruise identifies primarily as the daughter of Katie Holmes. The name Cruz carries the weight of a global superstar, but the name Noel carries the warmth of the home Katie Holmes built. For Tom Cruise, this must be a complex reality to face, assuming the estrangement affects him personally. He is watching, likely through the media, as his daughter transforms into a woman he doesn't know. He's missing the university drop-offs, the holiday dinners, the quiet coffees in the city. Tom Cruise is conquering the box office, but he has undeniably lost the role of father in the script of Suri's life. Critics might argue that Tom Cruise believes he is protecting Suri by adhering to the strictures of his faith, or that the distance is a result of legal agreements we are not privy to. However, the optics remain undeniable. A father with the resources to fly anywhere in the world in hours has chosen, for over a decade, not to fly to his daughter. Meanwhile, Suri Cruise appears to be thriving. The photos from Pittsburgh show a young woman who is engaged, happy, and normal. She is not the traumatized child the tabloids predicted she might become. She is a testament to Katie Holmes' resilience and protective instincts. Katie Holmes shielded Suri Cruise from the storm of Tom Cruise's fame, allowing her to plant roots in the real world. As Suri Cruise travels between Pittsburgh and New York, she is mapping out a life that is entirely her own. She is no longer just Tom Cruise's daughter. She is a student, an artist, and a New Yorker. The distance from Tom Cruise may be complicated, but Suri's path seems remarkably clear. The story of Suri Cruise serves as a reminder that family is defined by action, not just biology. Katie Holmes showed up. She did the heavy lifting, both literally and metaphorically. Tom Cruise, despite his global reach, remained distant. And in the end, Suri Cruise seems to have chosen the parent who stayed. As we watch Suri Cruise embrace this new chapter at Carnegie Mellon, the question remains, will Tom Cruise ever attempt to bridge the gap, or has the decade of silence created a chasm too wide to cross? For now, Suri Cruise is walking forward, and she is doing it without looking back. We will continue to follow Suri Cruise's journey as she carves out her own identity in the world. Her story is one of quiet strength in the face of public curiosity. What are your thoughts on this family dynamic? Do you believe Tom Cruise's absence is a permanent choice, or is there a possibility for reconciliation as Suri enters adulthood? Please share your perspectives in the comments below. If you appreciate this in-depth analysis of the figures shaping our culture, please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.